Good morning children. Today I am going to teach you science. Unit 3 topic is work and energy. Before we move on to the lesson, teacher is recalling the lower class subject to the students. They are talking about what is force. What is force? A force is a push or pull that moves an object at rest or stops an object in motion. There are different kinds of force are there. Frictional force, gravitational force, muscular force and magnetic force. So, a force can cause an object to change its shape, speed or direction. Next, what is work? An action in which one exerts a force to move an object is known as work. So, an action is to move an object. The force to move an object is known as work. What do you understand from the below pictures? Look at the three pictures. They are doing some work, but all the three works, they given force is applied to do the work. This boy is kicking the ball. So, force is giving to the ball. This man is cutting the tree. So, this man is digging the soil. All they are doing work, but force is applied to do some work. Are you clear, students? Next, we move on to the next page. That is, when can we say that work is done or not? There are two main conditions are needed for work to be done. First one is, a force should act on an object. Second one, object should move from one place to another. One place to another. When the force acting on the object makes it move, work is said to be done. Look at the pictures. So what you are going to do is observe the picture and put a tick mark if work is done, and put a cross mark if work is not done. Try to do it, children. Here also some activity is given. First you read the question and then you write work done or not. Work done means write work done, or not means not done. Next we move on to energy. What is energy? Look at the three picture here. A man pulls a luggage. A man pulls a luggage. What does the man need? Yes, the man need energy. Where does energy comes? Which one gives energy to the human beings? Yes, food. Food gives energy to human beings. Here, look at the second picture. This is a car. The car needs energy to move with the use of fuel. Fuel means if you put diesel or petrol only, the car can move. Look at the picture. Third one. This is escalator. This escalator moves by using electricity as a energy. So by using energy only, they can do their work. Energy is defined as capacity of doing work. Energy must be transferred to an object in order to do work. There are different kinds of energies out there. That is types of energy. What are the types of energy? First one, mechanical energy, thermal energy, light energy, solar energy, electrical energy, chemical energy. These are the types of energy. Next we will see renewable resources. Renewable sources of energy are replaced naturally over a period of time. We can keep using these sources for a long period of time, since in the beginning of human life, they used these types of resources for light, transport, cooking, heating, etc. For example, sun, wind from windmill, and then water. So these are the examples for renewable resources. Next, non-renewable resources. What is non-renewable resources? The resources which are not easily replaced once used are called non-renewable resources. For example, petrol, coal and natural gas. So renewable is easily replaced, it is naturally over a period of time, and this non-renewable resource is not easily replaced once used. These are the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. Next we'll see simple machine. Look at these pictures. There is a screw, axe and wheel and rope, and then hammer, scissor, etc. Observe the above pictures. What are they used for? We also use these type of simple machines in our day-to-day life. In our daily life, our effort is saved with the help of some simple machines. For example, if we draw water from the well, we can use wheel and rope. So simple machines are tools which are used to make our work easier. That is simple machine. For example, pulley, wedge, inclined plane, screw, lever, wheel and axle. First we'll see pulley. So look at this two picture. Observe the picture. This man is carrying the load with heavily and the crane is carrying the load heavily. So which is heavy here? The lifting the load with the help of pulley or without pulley? Yes. So pulley is a machine made up of a wheel with a cut around it. A rope or chain passes around the pulley. It rotates in the direction with more force. For example, crane. Crane can carry heavy loads with the use of pulley. But man cannot carry the heavy load. Next we'll see inclined plane. Observe this two picture. Both are lifting a box, but this man is lifting with the hand, and here this man is lifting with the use of ramp. Which is easier to carry the load? Yes, this one only. So what is inclined plane? An inclined plane is a flat sloping surface with one end higher than another. For example, ramp. So look at the ramp. One end is higher than another. So this is used to carry the load easier. Ramp, slide and slope for wheelchair. So you can see this in the hospital. This floor is used for using the wheelchair. Next we'll see wedge. What is wedge? A wedge is a tool with a sharp edge which can be used to split materials. It is used to break wooden blocks into two pieces. So this is called wedge. So with the use of this only you can split anything. You can split wood or anything, wooden blocks. For example, knife, scissor and axe. Next we'll see screw. Screw is used to raise weights and to hold objects together. For example, pencil sharpener. You can see pencil sharpener. Look at here, pencil sharpener, screw jack and then bottle cap. Bottle cap is also an example for screw. And then windmill. Next we'll see wheel and axe. Wheel and axe consist of a wheel attached to a small rod so that these two parts rotate together. For example, you can use bicycle, right? It can rotate together. Two wheels are connected together and it can rotate at the same time. Bicycle, doorknob, grinder, and then axe wheel, axle wheel. Understand, children? Next we'll see lever. What is lever? A lever is used to multiply the force we give on an object. For example, seesaw, nutcracker, and then plier. Plier you can see here. This is called a plier. So this is used to multiply the force we gave on an object. You can cut the wire or some other thing with the use of this plier. So here given some pictures, you have to identify what type of simple machine these. So for example, if you take axe, it is a wedge. If you take this floor, slow floor, inclined plane, seesaw, liver, and this wheel and axle, and this one wheel and rope, that is pulley, and then the bottle cork is screw. And here also one more activity given. Pulley, you can write one example. Wheel and axle, wedge, inclined plane, lever and screw. So you have to write some examples here. Next we move on to the types of lever. There are 3 types of lever, that is first order lever, second order lever and third order lever. These are the 3 types of lever. First we will see class 1 lever, that is first order lever. So in this first order lever, before we can see in this lever there are 3 parts we used. First one is load, second one is effort, second one is fulcrum. What is load? Load is the object on which the force is applied, where you can use the force. That is load. Effort. Effort is the force we can apply on the lever. So you have to apply it on the lever. Fulcrum. Fulcrum is a point on which the lever rotate. So whatever it is used to rotate, that is called fulcrum. Let's see the first order lever. Class first lever. When the fulcrum is between the effort and the load, it is known as first order lever. Example, scissor, pliers, and then seesaw. In this scissor, we can see where is effort, where is load and where is fulcrum. So look at here, this is a effort and here it gives a fulcrum and here gives a load. So this is an example for scissor. Here effort, here fulcrum, here load. If you take a plier, where you can see the effort, that is here is a fulcrum and then here is a effort and here is a load. Are you clear, students? Next we will see second order lever, that is class 2 lever. When the load is between the effort and the fulcrum, it is known as class 2 lever. For example, wheelbarrow, lemon squeezer, nutcracker. So here effort is going down, effort and fulcrum is going down and the load is upward. For example, if you take lemon squeezer, where is the effort taken? So here is a load and then downwards, and here is a fulcrum and here in between is a effort. Load, fulcrum and effort. So this is a lemon squeezer. Next we move on to the class 3 lever. Class 3 lever, in this lever the effort is between the load and the fulcrum. It is between the load and the fulcrum. Effort is between. For example, stapler. If you take stapler, broomstick or hockey stick, whatever it is, look at here, this is a stapler. In this stapler, where is fulcrum? So downwards, here is a fulcrum and here is a effort and here is a load. Are you clear, students? Here also given some picture. So you have to name the load, effort and fulcrum. So you have to write the numbers here. Where is load, where is the effort, where is fulcrum. I'll send this through your WhatsApp photo. Are you clear, students? I hope you all enjoy this lesson and understand well. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you, children.